Welcome to Gamma Help Videos. Today we're going to learn how to deploy a collection using the Create portal on Gamma. So you can either head to the main site at gamma.io and then click on Create, or head directly to create.gamma.io. Here you'll need to connect your Stacks wallet. You can do this by clicking on the Connect Stacks wallet button in the top right hand corner. Once you click it, your wallet will pop up and you can select the account you'd like to use. After that, you can scroll down and read the various information about deploying your collection. Once you've done that, you can click on Start Creating. Here, you'll receive some more detailed information about each step for setting up your collection. Once you've read through it and you're ready, you'll click Continue. Here, you'll decide on which collection best suits your needs. If you'd like to mint proof of attendance tokens, NFT tickets, licensed NFTs, or a run of the same NFT art, you can use the Editions contract. Make sure to read how Edition contracts work and the important mentions about Editions contracts. If you're happy and you're ready to continue, you can simply click on Continue. Here you'll be required to add your collection details, such as your collection name. You will then need to add your collection description, followed by your email address, which will remain private. You can then select, if any, which category your collection fits into, whether it be collectibles, fine art, photography, music, or other. You will then be able to add in details such as your website, your Twitter, or your Discord. However, we do recommend filling in one or more to boost the chance of a potential sale and so that the community can see you, your prior work, and get to know you as an artist. If required, you can add an extra address where the mint royalties go to. If you fill in another address, this wallet address will also have extra admin privileges on certain public functions via our Manage Collections option. We go through this in another video. Once this is all filled in, you can press Continue. Now you will be required to upload your media files. Here, you'll be able to add the logo, which will be the cover image for your collection. Click here, select the image that you want to use, and click Open. The next task is to upload the asset. Remember, with an Editions contract, you're only uploading a single asset. Again, click here, select the asset you're using, and drop it in. You will then be prompted to enter a token name. This is optional, otherwise the token name which was on your file is the one that will be used. Additionally, you can add attributes. This is optional, but if it's appropriate, there's a sample file which will show you how to set it up. This is an example CSV file for attributes in an Editions contract. Let's say, for example, that your Editions contract was for a proof of attendance token. This might have been for a proof of attendance at a certain event. You could use the place and the date as the metadata for the NFT. So, for example, it may have been in Australia, in Melbourne, on the 7th of September 2022. And as you can see, the trait categories are across row 1, such as country, city, and date. And then the attributes are in row 2, for example, Australia, Melbourne, and the 7th of September 2022. You'll only need one row for this, as every NFT in an Editions contract has the same metadata. Once you are ready, you can click Continue and move along. Here is where we will be defining our mint settings. For example, the number of editions. If you place a 0, that means there will be unlimited mints. If you would like a set supply, of course, put it in. Let's put in 100, for example. The next thing you'll need to define is the price. Again, if you put 0, it will be a free mint. Let's put in 30 stacks, for example. You may also choose for payment options in other currencies available on Stacks, such as City Coins, USDA, XBTC, Banana, Slime, and Alex. You may also set a price in Mega. The next thing which you'll need to define are the claim options. For every number that you pick, this will allow the minter to mint that many in a single transaction. So for example, if I click 1, 2, and 3, the minter will be able to decide whether they want 1, 2, or 3 mints in a single transaction. You will then be provided with the opportunity to add a mint pass or an Airdrop CSV. The mint pass allows you to have a pre-sale for pre-selected wallet addresses to be able to mint before the general public. An airdrop means that selected addresses will be dropped the NFT without even having to mint. Let's have a look at how both CSVs are set up. First, we'll have a look at the mint pass. You can click download a sample file, which will display the correct way to set up your mint pass CSV. This is the example of a mint pass CSV. You'll notice in the first column, there are the wallet addresses, and in the second column, there are the amount of mints which have been allowed for each of the wallet addresses. So for example, this wallet address will have 2 mints in the mint pass, whereas this wallet address will have 1, and so on. We recommend to always double and triple check your CSVs to make sure they are correct and exactly what you require. Now let's take a look at a sample file for an airdrop. This is an example CSV file. You'll notice that all of the addresses are in one column, and there is nothing in the second column, like the mint pass file. That's because the position of the address entered relates to the ID number that this address will receive in the airdrop. So if you'd like to enable your airdrop prior to the mint going live, you'll need to set your mint at disabled on deployment. That way, you can deploy the airdrop and, for example, this address will receive ID number 1, this address will receive ID number 2, and this same address will receive ID number 3. For example, say the team is meant to receive IDs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You will place their addresses next to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you wanted it to be more random, you would place the addresses in a more random order. But please be aware that if an address is meant to receive more than one airdrop, you'll need to put that address in more than once. So please be aware that the order in which you place the addresses in the airdrop file will relate to the order of the ID numbers that these addresses receive. So for example, say you deploy your airdrop once a mint has gone live and you're already up to ID 50. Once the airdrop confirms, then the first address on your airdrop will receive ID 51, and the second address on your airdrop will receive ID 52, and so on. So it's important to decide when you're deploying your airdrop, the order in which the addresses are listed, and always double and triple checking that it's correct before you deploy the contract, as this cannot be edited. The airdrop transaction is only able to be called on by the wallet address that deploys the collection through the Create portal. The last couple of steps on this page are for you to decide when your collection is deployed whether you want the mint to be enabled or disabled. If it is enabled, people will be able to mint as soon as your collection launches. If it is disabled, minting will have to be enabled with a transaction. This may be relevant to your project as you may have a specific mint date in mind. Always be aware that the transaction to enable your mint needs to confirm before the mint will go live, and so it is best only to give an approximate time that your collection is going to be launched. The last step is to fill in the maximum number of mints per address. This is only optional as it may not be relevant to your project. Once everything is correct and you're happy, you may press continue. On this page, you need to review your collection. You need to ensure all of the details are correct. You're happy with the way your token looks, the way it's named, and the price, and then you again may press continue. Here, you need to read through the Gamma terms of use. We recommend that you read through this thoroughly and understand it deeply. Once you do, you can scroll down and click through each of these boxes, showing that you understand each part. Again, once you've done this, press continue. You may now hit publish to save your details, upload your files to IPFS, and deploy your contract to the mainnet. This could take a minute. The Hero Wallet transaction will pop up. You can scroll down, click confirm, and once that transaction confirms on the blockchain, well done, you will have deployed an additions contract on Gamma.
Thanks for watching. More help is always available at support.gamma.io.